So unusually we're starting this video a bit early because we're actually on the train to Maastricht, and we're travelling because it's King's Day and the trains are mobbed. We've treated ourselves to first class. So it's interesting, first class and second class is largely colour really. Blue seats second class, a bit more, many more people, and red seats first class, no people. So it's a bit crowded earlier.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
If you could check and fill out this information, please, I'll make the room key ready for you in the meantime.
Okay.
This is quite a funky room. This is our hotel in Maastricht. Beds, and we have shutters. The concierge, or the proprietor, said it's going to be noisy because it's King's Day tonight. So we're on the street through those blinds.
We are on the main street, but it's still quite lovely. In fact, actually, did you have a look at the window?
No, I didn't.
Have a look at the window.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
It's just that the sun is over there.
For completeness.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
I can see you.
Nice thick windows, I think, so hopefully it won't be horrendously noisy.
Okay, I'll
follow you.
just quickly inspect
Look at
the
bathroom.
yawl. I assume this door is the...
Front door. Oh, it's not, it's a bathroom door.
Oh, nice. Okay. Toilet. Nice big rainfall shower. And well, not his and her sinks, just sinks. Sink. Yeah. Yeah, it's very well equipped.
Yeah, it is.
And
Piece of art as
bit of
well.
art on the wall.
Yeah.
Daar zag ik Maxime dan.
So there's any spoons of interest here?
Lots of things of interest. I love silver, or even things that are not necessarily silver. So you've got all these lovely little spoons, and they have coats of arms on them. So there'll be a lot of people who collect stuff like that. Not me, fortunately. Got enough stuff in there.
It'd be an expensive date if it was you.
These are knife rests. So if you had a posh dinner party, you'd have these beside each guest, and the guest would rest their knives and forks on them.
All right.
So they're quite
And that's what they're called?
knife rests.
No, knife rest. I also said lycra.
No, you.
Very different
Really?
concept.
Completely different concept altogether.
So what have we got?
We have a sausage broodje and a frikandel broodje, which is which. We'll find out in a minute. And some spa blau, which means non-fizzy water.
Well, here we are in Maastricht. It's 27th of April 2025. And we're starting the day to get our bearings with a sun train.
Yeah, it's called the City Tour Solar Train,
Okay.
which is environmentally friendly and yeah, great. It's a really useful way of getting our bearings. As you say, we always, everywhere we travel to, we get the big bus or big bus equivalent. In this case, it's small bus. So yeah, here we are, and off we go.
De herkomst van Maastricht is terug te leiden tot de Latijnse naam Mosa Trajectum. Dat betekent doorwaadbare plaats bij de Maas. Grote naamsbekendheid in Europa en daarbuiten is te danken aan de 2 topconferenties van de Europese Raad in 1981 en 1991.
This is the solar train, and it's quite a busy experience today, but we're having a good time learning all about the town. They've just closed the bridge. We've just got a big announcement saying bridge is closing, so I guess there's a big ship going underneath, but I can't see one in the neighbourhood.
However, they've just said you can continue going up and down on the pedestrian side. So it's very, very interesting. I think we might hang on an ickle bit and see
Yeah.
and see what the flippity gibbet is happening.
This is too mysterious, isn't it?
It rather is.
Don't quite understand why I could still use a pedestrian section.
No.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the centre section is opening, but not the pedestrian section, strangely enough.
I'm assuming we'll see water in the middle of the section here.
It seems to suggest that the boats limbo under the pedestrian
Yeah.
areas, and
Very
then you
odd.
kind of get to sail under the actual bit in the middle. Oh, now this is interesting.
What's interesting?
This is rising.
Oh, the pedestrian bit's
You see it,
rising.
The pedestrian bit is rising as well.
Oh, that's very complicated.
It doesn't close, it just rises.
I'm kind of hoping that the river reveals itself underneath here, and we see what the flippity gibbet is happening. No, I think that's it. We're not going to see. Should we go over there then and have a look what's going underneath?
Do that.
Just waiting for you to catch up so we could take a picture of the oldest. You're a bit tired.
I'm a bit tired.
The oldest bridge in the Netherlands. Sorry, the oldest stone bridge in the Netherlands. And there's a lovely city of Maastricht. It's 21 degrees today. And our hotel is over there.
Worth saying, unless we said it before, that the metal part of the bridge originally was wood, and the idea was that if the city was under attack, that part of the bridge could be burnt, which would mean that attackers wouldn't be able to get into the city. So it was replaced with a metal section, and I'm not absolutely sure
Hydraulic
when that
section.
was. A hydraulic, but also
Yeah.
metal as opposed to wood. We're taking some basic street shots here because we're finding that Maastricht is very untypically Dutch, at least in the way we know Dutch architecture up in where we live, which is South Holland. And yeah, I mean, it's very, very close to both the Belgian and the German borders, so I'm not surprised to see there's probably lots of architectural influences from various other places, but it's a lovely city, a very nice city, and definitely worth a visit.
Alright, so we're in Maastricht, and this is a mini beat time, so we have gratis boeken in around, so it's a book exchange, and it's fairly full, but I'm going to try and put some of our books into this. What have we got first then? Oh, exciting, contemporary
got?
editing.
Yay.
That's always a good book to have if you're
Editing.
editing in the modern day.
Yeah. In a contemporaneous way.
Yep. Next one. I'm just doing this in a random order. Julian Fellowes Snobs. Is that any good?
It's all right. It's a pleasant-ish little book. It's very. It's about the British upper middle class and how catty they can be. So, yeah, worth a read.
All right. So I'm going to do this by size. It's not about order.
Well, worth mentioning actually that Julian Fellowes is of course the guy who did Downton Abbey.
So he did.
Yeah. So
And Gosford Park.
Gosford Park. This is basically the Snobs book is the 20th century follow-up, shall we say, to how the British aristocracy are just as weird in the 20th century.
Wow.
Continue.
What he didn't write was a short story for the Oxford Book of English Short Stories. I
Yeah.
doubt it. He could have done.
I don't think he did.
But, whoa, door is closing on me. Lots of short stories in here, so come to Maastricht, pick this up, and
It's a very good book, actually.
And then next, Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Well, what a surprise.
Yeah.
So that's very literate. I do realise we're doing English language books only. Thank you for helping me out. Now, not Mrs. Beaton, MC Beaton.
Yeah.
I don't know who MC Beaton is.
Well, she's a writer of detective books, and her detective is called Agatha Raisin.
Oh,
so they're sort of slightly funny detective-y books, sort of based on Agatha Christie, but again set in the 21st century. So a bit of a laugh.
So before What's-Her-Face became very serious on Jetland, she was a fluffy
she indeed
detective.
was a fluffy detective.
Ashley
Jensen.
Jensen.
Yeah.
Okay. Luckily, this is a very tall mini beat.
Yep. This is why Scott's doing it. I'd have to be jumping up and down because I'm too short.
All right, I'm going to take all the books out at once so I don't keep ending. Very important. Count your calories, kids. If you don't count your calories, you're going to get fat. Put that down. Now, this is a book I got from the 1990s, Chapels of the Western Isles. And, I've had this book nearly 30 years, but I think I'm going to dedicate the Chapels of the Western Isles. Lovely book, lots of pictures. Oh, actually, you can't see the pictures on the flick through, but there they are.
Yeah.
But it's just clogging out the bookshelf unread. Elizabeth George.
Yeah. Another detective-y book, one of mine. I like a good detective.
Okay.
Yep.
And lastly, but not leastly, Living and Working in the Netherlands. That is actually quite useful.
Useful book.
And with that, the Maastricht mini beep is done. Sorry, just get my hand out of the way. One of the things we learned on the tour is that many streets and houses didn't have numbers, and instead, what did they do?
Instead, they had these little images, so lots and lots of houses had little images, which helped you identify which house was which. So up and down this street, you have lots of these. I mean, there's one here straight in front of us. And
let's carry on down.
There's another one just here.
There's another one.
And in fact, if we move down a little bit further beyond this green door, there's another one. So that's how people found, that's how people identified their houses.
I guess good for the postal service.
Yeah.
So here's two for the price of one. This one we have the Virgin Mary and a house sign. Is that anyone in particular, that geezer? The saint?
To be honest, I don't know who it
Saint
is.
somebody.
I don't recognise him.
No.
My saint knowledge is poor.
Okay. So this is the Freithof, which according to our tour guide, the street gave its name to German cemeteries. The German word for a cemetery, which apparently there was a cemetery here. But it's pretty much buzzing with people. Looks a bit like Oxford here, in a strange way.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a gradient, which is certainly different to anywhere else in the Netherlands. But this is an interesting building. I think it might have been a town hall or a city hall, and it might have been the place that the queens, all of the Dutch queens, stayed when they came to Maastricht. But about 30 years ago, a new building was built outside the city centre, and this has now become part of Maastricht University, and I think it's actually the Faculty of Law.
I have no idea why I didn't film the bit we just walked through. It's extremely like somewhere with the university, which Maastricht is a place with the university. But it's very, in the UK terms, Oxford and Cambridge. So what we are doing here is to get ourselves onto the city wall, which I think is just behind that mill. There is a local dialect, or even a language, depending on your viewpoint here, called Limburg, which is the local dialect of the province where Maastricht is the capital of. So at the top we have the Dutch, and the bottom we have the Limburgs, and they're completely different words for the same area. I think the Limburgs is Witch's Corner, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, because it's a different dialect. But a gentleman sitting on the wall smoking ganj said you can't get to the walls that way when we tried to get behind the watermill. So we're going to try this way. But this is all very beautiful, this area. Oh, those people are standing right in front of the candles. Go in or go out. Don't stand in front of our candles. Thank you. Wasn't expecting that view of people's buttocks.
Bad timing. We had our main course after or before we had our starter, and then we found out that we only actually got one main course. So I think our waitress, it was her very first day.
Yeah, it did look like it, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it's antipasta with, well, what's Italian for
Secondi.
after pasta?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, it was very nice. The food is delicious. The ambience is terrific.
Yep. And the bill was cheap.